Hey everybody, sorry, I just been so busy with stuff lately. So anyway, I'm sorry for not keeping you in the loop of all my delicious food and my beautiful Spider-Man action figures. Anyway, today I'd like to show you something from, once again, from the Dominican side of my family. We're going to make un locrio de salami, or locrio de well, you can call it either salami, you can call it salchichon. Salchichon is Dominican style salami. There are so many different kinds now in these modern times. You can even find vegan salami. You know, it's basically, I guess the English or American equivalent is like a farmer's sausage, like a farmer's type sausage. So of course the Dominican style is seasoned a particular way. Locrio is basically rice together with whatever kind of meat or vegetable. So kind of like arroz con pollo, but we're gonna do a locrio with salami. Okay, I hope you like it. Let me show you what you need to make this. Okay, so here we have our basic ingredients. We have some nice salami, Dominican style. It doesn't have to be this brand. And like I said, you can find turkey, chicken, pork, beef. There's different sorts now, okay? Even vegan, if you know where to look. I have a bunch of cilantro that we're going to chop up and use for later. 2 cloves of garlic, a small onion. Since it's tiny, I'm going to use the whole thing. I'm going to put in some bell pepper. I'm going to use half of the red and half of the yellow to have equity and equality in the pot. Alright, you're going to need some tomato paste. You can use tomato sauce if you like, but I like using tomato paste. For my Hispanic family that says, why are you using that brand? Shut up. This is good. We're going to use onion and garlic powder. Same thing. I like this brand. Shut up. We're going to use a little paprika. We're going to use some oregano. We're going to use a little bit of culantro or ground coriander and some anato. We're also going to have some pepper. I did not bring out the salt. Why? Because that salami is salty. Okay, so we want to control our salt. You can add a dash if you like. You know, I'm going to taste that as we go along, and we will check on that later. Next. Okay, so of course we need rice. So this is about 1 cup of rice. I've rinsed it, drained it, rinsed it again, drained it again. I rinse it until the water is no longer cloudy. I think I've also told you guys before that when I make arroz con pollo or any sort of rice where I'm adding meat and vegetables, I'm going to do 1 cup rice to 1 cup water instead of the usual 1 cup rice, 2 cups of water, because all of this fine stuff is going to release water into the pot. And it'll make my rice mushy if I go ahead and do a 2 for 1 or 1 for 2. All right, let's cut up the vegetables. We're going to cut up the salami. I'm going to have maybe use about half of that. And I'll show you what the next steps are. Okay, got my pot ready. Got everything chopped up. So this is a general idea of how you may want to chop it. I made the peppers into these slivers. That's not necessary. You can cube them. The garlic I chopped up that way. The onions I made into squares. The salami I made into half circles. Totally up to you. And you can cut them again if you like. Totally up to you. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook the salami. Actually, you know what? When you buy these Dominican salamis, they're pre-cooked, so you don't have to worry too much about the cooking of them, so to speak. I'm going to put a little olive oil in the pan or in the pot. I like this brand. Okay, and this is just to give it nice flavor. I mean, there's already a lot of nice flavors in this pot with all this stuff, and this salami is going to release a lot of natural oil as well, but I like the flavor that olive oil gives to rice, or I use coconut oil. It's up to you. All right, So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cook the salami a little bit. This is gonna take you a couple minutes. You kind of just want to brown them, make them nice and brown. So we'll come back to this. You don't have to watch me cook these out. I'll show you what it should look like. Okay. Oh my God, this smells riquísimo. So this just took a couple of minutes, you know, to just brown them. See this bad boy? If you want it darker, that's fine. This literally took like 3 minutes. Let me see. Not all of them actually. I'm gonna leave it a little longer, or cook these out a little longer, because some others are not as brown as I like. All right. So as long as it takes you, or maybe you like it this brown, it's all up to you. Oh, I had it on medium heat, and I turned it down for the purposes of this video. But let me let it go a little longer, 30 seconds or so, a minute. Okay, I'm happy with how they are, and you know what? This little guy, thank you. It smells good, and it tastes so good. Oh my goodness! All right. So next step, I'm leaving the heat on, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add in my water that I was saving for the rice. So as I mentioned before, usually rice is 2 cups of liquid, 1 cup rice. But again, because of all this stuff we're adding, we're gonna go with 1 cup of rice with 1 cup of water, or 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. Whatever amount of rice you're making, make sure it's 1 to 1 and not 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. All right? All right. I said I was gonna put in the water, and I am gonna put in the water, but I'm gonna go for my veggies first. Get the peppers in there, the onion and the garlic, without me spilling it on the floor. And I'm just gonna, oh man, that smells lovely. I mean, look at that. You can eat it just like that. It's like some sort of like sausage stir fry or something. I don't know. Okay. Next, I'm going to put in my cup of water. And actually, what I'm going to do is, I am going to contradict myself. I'm going to put a half a cup more of water in there. The reason why is that I didn't properly measure the amount of salami I put in there. There's a lot of salami, bro. Woo! So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Like I said, they're still going to release water into the pot, but something to take into account is you still need water left. That, you know, they'll take some back in. We need water left for the rice to cook. All right, just listen to me. All right, I'm tired. I'm going to wait for this to come to a boil, and we'll do the next step. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me to season the pot. Okay. So we're going to go with a spoonful of the garlic powder, a spoonful of the onion powder, oregano. Some people don't like oregano. I'm going to put maybe a teaspoon's worth. Actually, no, I'm going to go with a little more because I like oregano. A splash of the paprika. Ooh. This is going to be about half a teaspoon. Annatto, Same thing about, I like to use the cap. I pour the stuff right into the cap. Half a teaspoon. We're gonna go with the culantro or the ground coriander. Tools of the trade, baby. And black pepper. A pinch of black pepper. Because that salchichon already has black pepper in it. Notice again, I did not put in salt. Because the salt is already in the salchichon. Okay? It's already in the salami or salchichon. You want to really be careful with that. Okay. Oh, almost forgot. I also need my tomato paste in there. So I'm going to use about, this is a, what? A 6-ounce can? I'm going to use half. I'm going to go in for half. Okay? Put it right in there. And just mix it in as best as I can. And the other thing I'm going to do is bring down this heat because I don't want the water to evaporate too quickly. Hold on a sec. Let me let you see what I'm doing. Woo! I'm just trying to get the tomato paste dissolved in there. Okay. Alright, so this is good. Alright, so next, I want this to come up to a boil. So I'm going to put up the heat. I don't want it full blast because, again, I don't want to evaporate the water. But I'm going to put it a little past medium. When it starts boiling, we're going to put in our rice. Okay, I tasted it. It came to a boil. I decided to taste it. And I'm glad I did because we do need a little pinch of salt. Bam! So just a little bit, not much, okay? I don't want you to get high blood pressure. Now I'm going to bring it back to the boil. It should come up to the boil quickly. Let's see here. Boiling. Okay, good. So now I'm going to put my rice right in there. Now I'm going to give it a stir. And we're going to do something a little bit different than what we usually do with other rice. When you make rice, usually leave it alone and don't move it around too much. But there's a lot of seasoning in here. There's a lot of action in the pot. So I'm going to watch it, and every couple of, a minute or two, I'm going to stir it so that way the seasoning doesn't stick on the bottom and burn it out. We're not going to do it too much. We're just going to, tend to it. Actually, I may want to add a little more rice to that. Let's see. Let me think about it. So, full disclosure, I did add a little more rice into here. I put half a cup. What happened is I underestimated the amount of salchichon I have in here. I basically used the whole brick, the whole roll. All right. So again, I'm just moving it from time to time to make sure that the seasoning doesn't stick on the bottom. But we're cooking it like any other rice. Let the water evaporate, cover it, but we'll go through that. You can see it's evaporating. I did want to mention that I put it down below medium because I don't want it to evaporate too quickly. And also remember, we're trying to avoid the seasoning and everything else from caking on the bottom, even though we do want some concon, right? A little bit of pegao. Puerto Ricans say concon, Dominicans say pegao. Since I'm both, I use both terms. Pegao or concon is the rice that sticks to the bottom and it makes a nice little cake. But anyway, alright, this is not done. We'll come back. Alright, the liquid is all evaporated. I'm going to take this bunch of cilantro. We'll throw it in there, baby. Try to spread it out all over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover it. We're going to bring it down to a simmer. I'm going to cover it and let it go 30 minutes. Alright people, let's check out my locrio. Alright, I turn off the heat. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, it smells so... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at how nice and colorful and flavor. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna serve this. I made some tostones. That's why you hear that pan crackling in the back. I got a little let me show you how I serve this. I'll be back. Alright people, so this is how I serve a nice locrio de salami or de salchichon, however you want to call it. Oh my goodness. Let me get some red pepper in there. You got your red pepper, you got your yellow pepper, you got the cilantro that cooked up nice in there. Got some tostone, a nice green salad, a couple of avocado chunks. And the problem I have when I eat rice like this, I eat a lot. I just may eat the whole pot. I don't want my blood sugar to be all over the place. But, oh man. So, let me get a nice up close. Although this is up close, but I want it to be closer. See how nice? See how colorful? And let's give it a taste, shall we? Oh my goodness. People, I really do hope that you try to make this. For those who don't know how to make it, it is delicious. Serve it with a bunch of sides, and you will be the life of your own party. I gotta tell you, it's been a rough couple of weeks. But only thing I would say, I did not measure the rice to water properly. I did. What I mean is I used actually half a cup of rice to half a cup of water. So you want to make that adjustment. So this is how you make a nice Dominican locrio de salchichon or locrio de salami, however you want to call it. Alright, I hope you have a good night. I hope you like this. If you want to subscribe, whatever, do. You know, I do this for friends. I'm not going crazy over this channel. But I'll also put up more of the nice Spidey action figures that I've gotten within the past couple of days. But I know I need to focus on what I cook. And I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you try making this. Oh my goodness.